Have you ever watched your whole life fall apart, one piece at a time, and realized there was nothing you could do to stop it? My name is Barry, and this is the story of the life I lost, the people I loved, and the strength I had to build from nothing. I was born into love. My father and mother were my whole world. My father, Richard, wasn't just a dad. He was a teacher, a guide, a hero. Every night he would sit with me and talk about life. Small lessons back then seemed ordinary, but now they feel like gold. Work hard, tell the truth, respect people, never give up. He kept a diary. I'd watch him write slowly, every word deliberate, as if the pen itself carried life. "Barry," he would say, "these words will guide you when I'm gone one day." I never imagined that one day would come so soon. My mother, Anna, was gentle like a warm blanket. She held me when I cried, laughed at my jokes, fed me when I was hungry, and stood by me when I was afraid. She wasn't just my mom, she was my safe place, my friend. Then everything shattered. My father began having chest pains, but he ignored them. One evening after dinner, he collapsed. My mother screamed his name. I grabbed his hand, tears streaming down my face, begging him, "Dad, stay with me, please." At the hospital, the doctors tried everything. His heart was tired, too damaged, too stressed. His last words still haunt me. "Barry, be strong. Take care of your mother. Live with dignity." And then he was gone. I can still see that empty chair, his jacket hanging in the hallway, the diary lying open on the table like he might return. But he never did. I locked myself in my room. I wouldn't eat. I wouldn't talk. My mother knocked softly, whispering, "Barry, please eat, for me." And when I opened the door, we cried in each other's arms, broken. Life didn't feel like life anymore. But at night, I opened his diary. His words felt alive. "Pain is a teacher. Don't run from it. Strength comes when you feel weak, but still stand up." I read these lines again and again, and slowly something inside me started to breathe again. Months passed. My mother tried to stay strong, but I saw her breaking every day. She would hold his shirt, cry, and stare at the empty chair at the dining table. Then one day, she mentioned a man from her office, Watson. At first, it was casual. Watson helped me with paperwork. Watson asked if I was eating. I thought it was harmless, but soon his name came up too often, too gently. One evening, she said, "Barry, I want you to meet Watson. He's a good man. He helps me when I feel weak." I froze. "Why do you need him when you have me?" She looked at me with tired, sad eyes. "Sometimes a woman needs a friend who understands her differently." Her words felt like a stab. Watson arrived the following week, smiling too confidently. He shook my hand firmly and said, "I've heard so much about you, Barry." I pulled my hand away. To me, he was not a guest. He was an intruder. After he left, I told my mother, "Stop bringing him here." "He makes me laugh again," she whispered. "I haven't smiled in months." I snapped. "Dad's been gone only 6 months. How can you do this?" "I'm lonely too," she said. "Watson helps me breathe again." I hated every word. Time moved on, and Watson started visiting more and more. He brought food, fixed things, sat in my father's chair, and told jokes that made her laugh. Every laugh was a knife in my heart. One night I asked her, "Do you love him?" She stayed silent, then whispered, "I think I do." The floor seemed to fall beneath me. She told me she was going to marry him. I begged, I cried, I shouted, but she had made her decision. At the wedding, I stood far away. She looked happy, he looked proud, and I felt like a stranger in my own life. After the ceremony, he looked at me and said coldly, "You'll have to live with it." I replied, "You will never be my father." After the wedding, my mother moved into Watson's apartment. At first, she called me every day, then every few days, then sometimes only once a week. Every missed call cut like a knife. One day, Watson told her, "He's grown. He doesn't need you. He should live his own life." I confronted her. She cried and begged us to stop fighting, but deep inside, I knew she had already chosen him. Then came the final blow. They were moving without me. I could stay alone in my father's house. Peace, they said. Peace? It felt like abandonment. I opened my father's diary again. When people leave, don't leave yourself. Stand taller. I wiped my tears. I told myself, I will stand, even if it kills me. Living alone was a storm. The fridge ran empty. I worked small jobs, dishwashing, carrying boxes, delivering packages at night. My hands cracked, my body weakened, but I survived. Every night I opened the diary and whispered, "Dad, I'm trying." Months passed. Slowly, I changed. I toughened. I matured. I learned to live without comfort, without help, without love. But then I started hearing things about Watson. He controlled everything: my mother's money, her friends, her life. People said he was unfaithful. My heart burned. I called her. She hesitated, then whispered, "Sometimes yes, sometimes no." "Mom, you lost me too," I said. "You just don't see it." Her voice wasn't my mother's anymore. It sounded trapped. One night, she came to my house unexpectedly, pale, swollen eyes, drained. "Mom, what happened?" Barry, he hit me. Cold rage spread through me. My fists clenched. I wanted to destroy him. But she grabbed my arm. "No, Barry, please don't go. I just needed to come home. To you." For the first time in years, she chose me. She stayed with me, cooked quietly, moved carefully, afraid of making noise. One evening she cried in the kitchen, "I ruined everything, Barry. I abandoned you for a man who destroyed me." I hugged her gently. "Mom, we both broke. We both made mistakes, but we're still here." She left Watson. She filed a complaint. She moved back permanently. Slowly, life began to heal again. We weren't perfect. We were bruised, damaged, broken in places nobody could see, but we were together, and sometimes together is enough. One night she sat beside me as I read my father's diary. She touched my hand softly. "Your father would be proud of you." For the first time in years, I believed her. I closed the diary. "Mom, we survived." Yes, and now we live.